I'm basically just trying to farm up cool clips with Topaz and Fan Fei while Kunlun is the featured location. In this game, I haven't done anything on the first two turns and my opponent has Mind Stone, so they snap. And that's not the only reason that they snap. They also have Copycat on my Madam Web, which is pretty good for them, allowing them to move cards into Kunlun, and it more importantly means that I don't have Madam Web, which makes it a really good snap for them. And if I was playing a move deck a week ago, not having Madam Web would be a big bummer. However, now Topaz and Fan Fei give me additional opportunities to move my cards and take advantage of those synergies. Unfortunately, though, they also have Red Guardian for my Topaz, so we're going to be running on fumes here. So it is time to see what Fan Fei can do when all else fails, and I've got a lot of ways to move this Human Torch this turn with Iron Fist, Ghost Spider, then Fan Fei, and then finally a Doctor Strange, and I'm going to be moving Human Torch in and out of Kunlun for a bunch of extra points, and then I can finish off on the final turn with a Living Tribunal, which actually seems like it could be sweet, but my opponent does have one more trick up their sleeves with a Reality Stone to get rid of Kunlun and deny me a few extra points in the process, which is kind of a bummer, but I do still get to make a huge Human Torch here. This would have moved into Kunlun and gotten +2 power before the first double, so it would have been 8 power here and then 16, and ultimately, I believe 76 power. I did the math. I think that's correct. And ultimately, we wind up settling for a 32 power Human Torch instead. And is that going to be enough to win all 3 locations with Living Tribunal? And more importantly, does my opponent have either a Shadow King or a Shang-Chi? Any tech card will also ruin me, so I kind of just have to hope my opponent has nothing, but I thought it was worth going for. And it turns out they don't. I wind up winning this one, and it was a pretty satisfying game, though I will say the next 2 games that I played with this deck were even more satisfying than this one. That'll either be 1 or 2 more upcoming YouTube shorts where I play this deck up against Scream. But in this game, I win on the right by just 1 power, so really close. Subscribe for more.